I've said many times that if you get to be 65 or 70 and later, and the people that you want to have love you actually do love you, you're a success. I've never seen anybody that reaches that age. I mean, I'm not talking about somebody that's in extreme poverty or pain or something, but I've never seen anybody that, if they have a lot of people that love them, that is other than happy. And I've seen some very, very wealthy people that they give testimonial dinners to and name schools after and everything. Nobody loves them. By far the best investment you can make is in yourself. I mean, that, for example, communication skills. I tell the students that come that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%. You know, I mean, if you can't communicate, somebody says, you know, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens, you know, basically. And you have to be able to get forth your ideas. And,
listen to what he says.
And that's relatively easy. I did it myself with the Dale Carnegie course. Some people wish I'd taken a shorter course now in terms of my talking later on. But
listen to what? Yes, man. Hey, my name is Gerald Peters. Welcome back to the channel. The money flow, man, the money flow. Welcome to the Money Flow Trading Society. About to say the podcast, not really my podcast, but hey, always remember, whatever it is you think about, damn it, listen to what I'm saying. Whatever it is you think about comes about. Whatever it is you focus on, whatever you hold in form of substance, that is what you're going to manifest in your life. And where you are right now is the shit you were thinking about 2-3 years ago, man. So if you're in a bad fucking spot, you've been thinking bad fucking things. Time to fix that shit right now. Hit the QR code right here, man, if you don't know a lot about trading. If you're brand new to this idea of getting rich and making some money, and listen, Buffett just said it. There's only a couple ways to get rich in this world. 1, you can own a business. You do or don't. Number 2, you can invest in yourself. And that's what he was saying. And that's what one thing I want to mention to you, man. They're called evergreen skills. Writing, speaking, marketing, and sales. If you're not doing any of those, you are destined to be poor. I guarantee it. Have no doubt about it. You will be poor. Let me show you something. Here's what I wanted to show you today. I'm not here to talk to you about being poor, but I had felt like I needed to bring it up. Right now, what I'm using is evergreen skills of speaking, marketing, hit the QR code. And if you click that damn thing, boom, sales. So we got all that going on. All right, here's what I wanted to show you today. I want to talk to you about M1 Finance. If you don't have an M1 Finance account, you might consider it, okay? No, let's go back here. Now, this is on the computer. One thing I like about M1 Finance, make sure I was bringing it up. I had a feeling I wasn't. One thing I like about M1 Finance, created by one of the top guys at Microsoft. One, it allows you to buy micro pieces of a stock. You can buy $1 of Amazon. The minimum to deposit, it was $10. It may be $20 now to actually have the money invest. You can put as little as $10 in your account. Hit it every day. I want to show you something here. If you click invest, you see where it says $10 to $20 a day? Well, I've been using M1 Finance to experiment. If you're on my mailing list, if you're on our Substack, I just sent out an email called How to Deal with Leveraged Funds and talking about leveraged funds. One, there's multiple ways of using the products of leveraged funds. There's leveraged index funds. There's leveraged dividend funds. There's different types of leverage. There's not all margin, not all leverage is the same. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Margin at E-Trade is like professional trader margin. Every transaction, margin is used. So if you buy a stock, there is a margin calculation. Each stock, each index, each fund has its own margin maintenance requirement. So if it says 30%, that's the lowest, meaning only 30% is your money. So let that sink in for just a second. Meaning you can buy a fund, and instead of paying $1 for $1, you pay 30 cents for $1. You're only putting up 30% of the money. Now, where people go wrong, they run out there and buy growth stocks and penny stocks. And hey, when it's going up, that's great. What about if it goes down? That ain't so great, because on the way down, you got more. See, that 30 cents, you bought $1. When the dollar comes down, it's coming off the 30 cents. So it's coming at you at 66% more than if you get it. So it cuts both ways. So what I want to do, I want to buy shit that don't move around that much. I want to buy things paying me money. But let me show you this. Let me pull this back up. Here's M1 Finance. If you don't have an account, you might get it. I do a lot of experimenting in this account. I used to use this account to buy shit where I couldn't, in E-Trade, I can't buy fractional shares. So I would do it over here to buy the Amazons and the Teslas when the price was stupid, okay? But I began to experiment about 3 years ago on a fund called the Sky Dweller Fund, which was about buying a watch, by the way. And the idea was this. I was going to take a concept by Ray Dalio called the all-weather portfolio. Let's see what comes up when I type this in. All-weather, and I'm not advocating this, all-weather portfolio. It was in a book that was famous by him and Tony Robbins. Raymond Thomas Dalio is an American investor and hedge fund manager who has served as the co-chief investment officer of the world's largest hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates. A lot of people like his books. I think they're fucking awful. But hey, who am I? First, let's look brief at what this portfolio is comprised of and why. All-weather portfolio is available to the masses. The portfolio modeled what after the risk. All-weather portfolio seeks allocation. It looks like this. 1, 30% U.S. stocks. 2, 40% long-term treasury bonds. 15%. What did he have it in, man? So basically, this ain't even coming up. Let me tell you what he had it in. Let me summarize this for you real quick. Basically, Ray said this. Buy yourself some damn S&P 5. Get in some gold. Get in some bonds. And get in some treasury bills. Treasury bills, stocks, gold, and, well, treasury bills is bonds. But so that was, and I think it was REITs. Basically, it was 4 things. Every so often, re-leverage them. Not that fucking complicated. And guess what? It works. Why? Because quality assets go up over time. That's our edge. That's why the money flow trading system works. We buy quality shit. You got to figure out what quality shit looks like. It's not a penny stock. It's not revenue. It's not growth plays. Those can work, but that's different than what we're talking about here. We're talking about here is just blind investing, every so often balancing. The reason that works is the stock market goes up all the time. If you don't believe that, you got to work on the maturity level of your investing, okay? The only people scared about market crashes and markets coming down are little that don't understand history, guys. There's zero reason to be even worried at all about the stock market. You want that fucker to come down. Bring it down. Take it to zero. Now, here's what I like about M1 Finance. Watch this. See where it says savings and earn? Let's click it. I got $8,063 sitting in here. This is money that I put every month to pay property taxes. I get 5% return on it. So you see how much we've earned this month. I just stacked this up. At the end of the year, I'm going to pay property taxes with it. But this is an account that gives you 5%. Okay, not bad. Okay, look over here. This is my Sky Dweller Fund. Every day for the last 3 years, I've put $25 a day, Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday, $25. And I did a version of Ray Dalio's fund. I wanted to challenge the concept that you cannot hold triple leverage funds. I think is bullshit. If you understand the money flow, you understand the 4 stages of price movement, you damn sure can hold triple leverage funds. And I've been doing it for 3 years, and I'm going to show you. What does this return say? Money weighted return of the money. In the last year, 63 damn %. Woo! Year to date, what's Big Daddy up? This is the leverage fund. This is GP's all-weather leverage fund. I call it the Sky Dweller. I'm currently up 23% on the year. Now, if the stock market is not up 23%, I'm beating it times 3. Guess what? I'm holding leverage funds, TQQ, 3 times NASDAQ, right? UPRO, 3 times S&P. TMF, this is my bond portion. What is it? 3 times. And then BITO, this is a leverage futures contract, trades around. I don't want gold. I want new gold. That's Bitcoin. This bad boy has a 47% dividend yield. And because the triples don't really pay dividends, periodically, I'm going to show you why I love this M1. I borrow out and I buy shit that has big, fat, juicy dividends around the NASDAQ and the UPRO, and that's the QQY and the JEPY, okay? So this fund doesn't hold 4 anymore. It now holds 6. But let's see. Where did I find? There's holdings, okay? There's holdings. So total cost basis, $22,000. I got some borrowed money here, excess equity. Click dividend income. So far this year, we've collected $4,373. Now, this is not really a dividend fund, okay? It wasn't even my intent originally. I was just, can you trade triple leverage funds? Well, yes, you can, I figured out. And now, here's the thing. What was my dividends here? Last month, $508 between BITO, QQY, JEPY. What was it here? 505. What was it here? 521, 536, 348. So you see it's on the come up here. So it says pending or estimated average monthly. That's because it's taken it all of this. I think once we get going past this is going to get up into the 500s. We're going to be doing about 5,000. And as the market moves higher, we move times 3, baby, which allows me to borrow more money, which is what I was going to get into to buy the dividend portion of GP's Sky Dweller Fund all-weather portfolio. Let's check this. Look at the portfolio. Let's pull this up. Let me see what all information they'll give me here. Is it not giving me the dividend yield? I wanted to show you my current dividend yield. I got trades pending. Let's see, holdings. On the mobile, it gives you, I want to say, is it not giving me the percentage? I don't see it giving me a percentage. It was on the mobile, it does, and I want to say it's about 14%. So it's triple leverage to the up and the down. We got the bonds and Bitcoin to protect us. We got the dividend income from the QQY and the JEPY. And then we got the triple leveraged of the NASDAQ and the S&P. I call this the Sky Dweller. To the fucking sky. I've been putting $25 a day for the last 3 years. And now the account sits at $26,647. I think that's pretty damn good. Here's the portfolio. Now, here's the thing. I'm still in partial cash. Why? Because I follow the money flow. So let me show you something. So this is the S&P. When the S&P starts hitting these extreme levels, I start banking the cash. I trim the TQQ. I trim the JPY. I don't have to be right, guys. It can keep going. I don't give a fuck. It's leveraged. So I'm downsizing. I still have more money in it if I just had the regular SPY. Downsizing. Boom. Stage 4 comes. Now guess what's up? Anchor point. I start adding it back on. Same for Bitcoin. Same for bonds. Same for BITO. 6 positions. Easy peasy. If you go check the money flow link, you'll see me doing that. Nothing complicated there. Watch. Let's see. Activity. 5 buys. Let's see. Look at Bitcoin. Dividend. $319. I can do whatever I want with that. All right. $25 buy. $50 because I missed a day there. You see. 5 buys. August 9th. Morning trading. What were the buys? QQY. JEPY. UPRO, TQ, BITO. So let's go look. What was that? What day is this? August 9th. Up here, grab this. Let's go to August 9th. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. All in here. Why? Trigger, baby. Stage 1 trigger. Time to start buying. Let me take that down. Wow. Gee, you actually do what you teach, man. Let me take that back some. What day was the 9th? I bet that was on a Friday, huh? I wonder why I wasn't buying on the 8th and the 7th. Oh no. Morning trading. Bam! Started putting it into the dividend ones. Look at that. Look at that. On the 7th. This is the money flow. Now, here's what I want to show you. So I've been putting in $25 a day for 3 years. That fund now is at $26,675 or let's say $600. It now pays an average monthly dividend of $500, and that's growing as this grows. When this gets to $100,000, that dividend is going to be about $2,000. Could you use an extra $2,000? Now, here's the other thing. This was just 25 a fucking day. So now the dividend's $500 3 years later. $500. So if we divide 5, what is that? 125 for a week. 125 for a week. Where are we at? 250? We have literally doubled. So now I'm still putting in 25 and I'm getting 25 from the dividend. So now going forward, we're putting in 50 a day. And it's 3x. And the market goes up 70% of the time. And when it comes down, I'm not holding near as many shares. And if you go to thepetersreport.com, get subscribed to my fucking Substack. When all over this, I have a whole video on how to do this, trimming, adding to manage these, so you can hold these triple funds, get the big up moves. I'm up 23% on the year. Now, here's a smaller one. You say, well, gee, I ain't even got 25 a day. You got $10 a day, don't you? So this is another fund that I've been doing. This fund holds a bunch more. And you're like, well, I don't know about stocks. Good. You ain't got to know about stocks. All you got to do is fill up the portfolio. So this portfolio holds, geez, look at all these positions. Look at them. Most of these are funds. Kinder Morgan's a stock, GDV, XOM. There's a few stocks. It's mostly funds and big cap stocks. Portfolio holds up to 30 high yielding stocks, ETFs, REITs, ETNs, closed-end funds. Periodically rebalance it. Goal number 2 is to add $10 a day. Any day where I have more than $1 in dividend, subtract that amount from cash in the account and that from 20 and to determine how much to deposit that day. In other words, if I got $6 sitting in there, I'm probably going to add 14. If I got $3 in there, I'm going to add 7. If I got nothing, I'm putting in 10. That's just a little money game that GP plays with these things. Ooh, sorry. I highly encourage you, create your own money games. You got to make this shit fun. All you guys that don't track your dividends, good. You deserve to be poor. You only get to keep what the fuck you can think about. You want to grow your passive income? All you got to do, wake up and want some damn passive income. I'm going to show you how to do it. Go over here to M1 Finance. If you don't have an account, go down in my description and click it. They're going to give me a few bucks if you sign up, and that's going to make you my friend, okay? I ain't friends with nobody who doesn't bring me value. I know all you guys hang out with losers, people that suck off of you. You got to give. Not me, man. I surround myself with shooters. Everyone around me is valuable. Everyone around me can pick stocks. Everyone around me knows this shit. You know what happens when you surround yourself? I got 50 fucking people in my phone right now that if I call, give me their best stock pick. 50. I'd be shocked if you have 2. Why? Because your friends are losers. That's the goddamn truth, man. Most people, your friends are losers and you're wasting your time. This is what makes things like the Money Flow Trading Society so good. You could have me in your phone. You can text me right now. Hey, G, what stock you looking at? And I'll be like, cool. Is this guy on my trade of the week? He is. Cool. What's up, bro? Yeah, I'm looking at this. Yeah, good on you, man. But hey, keep your sandwich money and stay with your loser friends. But for real, man, take to heart what I'm saying on that, okay? Take to heart on that, man, or you will stay broke. You should know what I'm thinking. Everyone watching this can know what I'm thinking. Everyone can text me. You could get fucking rich. We could do this shit together. That's the whole point. People like us. You want to be around like-minded people. So here's how I'm going to show you to use M1 Finance. Yeah, don't be the lazy, oh, I only need 1 brokerage account. Man, I got 7 of them. You need different brokerage accounts. You need different bucket systems. You got to separate the traditional buy and hold from all this yield max shit that we're doing now with the option income, from your day trading, from your growth stuff. You got to separate all this stuff, man, so that you can understand it. Now, today, I just been adding $10 a day. Look, I'm up 15% year to date. What's the 1 year? 20%. Basically beating the market just to collect fucking dividends. Why? Because we don't do anything. Just put money in, compound the dividend. Put money in, compound the dividend. Every once in a while, look at this graph. Every once in a while, some shit runs up, we trim it. But here's what I want to show you that I think is the best. You don't need to know about stocks. You can create a pie with the top 30 stocks and just put them in. Say 1% to each. You got 100 damn stocks in there. And it'll spread $10 among all of them. So you can just be pounding money in there. But here's what it allows you to do. Watch this. And you can do crypto, by the way, just top few coins. But watch this. So we showed the 5% checking account, okay? They don't have that on E-Trade, not 5%. Watch this borrow. Watch this. The value of your investments would have to drop 69% to face a margin call. I can borrow money at 7.25%. Here's my current balance. You know what that balance is in? Man, I wait till shit gets on a stage 1, baby. I wait till it gets on a stage 1, and then I start buying it. So when shit gets like Bitto, TQ, any of those get on stage 1, not only am I buying triple leveraged, I'm buying it with borrow money sometimes. Come on, man. And I'm putting the funds themselves, the account itself, up as collateral. This ain't your IRA. This ain't for grandma. This is for paying cash for a goddamn car. And so here's what you do. I'm doing this fund. You could do any kind of fund, pay loan, borrow more. So watch this. Let's say I got 100K in here. Now, I'm only putting $10 a day and $25 a day. And in 3 years, this one's $6,300. And the other one is what? $26,000 for a grand total at the home. When I log in, $32,513. And this is half-ass pay attention on the side after I do my podcast, after I day trade all day, after I produce content for Instagram and YouTube, after I answer hundreds of DMs, text messages, and emails, after writing books, being a dad, being a father, doing everything I do this little thing on the side. 3 years later, 32 fucking grand. And I got friends that can't save $10,000. Come on, man. Come on, man. You don't have 30 grand right now. You have got to get your head right up out of your ass and get it together, especially as a man. Get your shit together. Holy moly, man. If you're a grown fucking man, you better get some money. And I'm showing you how. This is how you store it, compound it, and make dividends. And you don't even need to know much about stocks. That's the sad part. So think of all your friends out there aren't doing this. Just dumb. Just letting life kick their ass. People who don't invest is because just the fact of living is kicking their ass. Just life kicks their ass, man. So think about that, man. Think about that for a second. So you think about that. Where are we at? Sorry, I got sidetracked when I turned that on. So this is super important, man. You have got to understand this. You've got to get past life messing with you. You know, it don't matter, man. You got a part. Come on, man. Let me get out of this. What is going on? Hold on just a second. Oh, I thought I paused it. This thing didn't pause, man. I apologize, guys. This thing was supposed to pause. Oh, no. Shit, I was about. All right, we're back, man. So listen, all your friends out there that don't invest, it ain't because they don't know. Everyone's got fucking Google. Everyone's got an opinion on the president, on politics. They all have some opinion. They got an opinion on everything but themselves. Everyone is broke because they want to be fucking broke. It's value system. They spend their money on what the fuck they want to spend it on. So if you come over here and we're looking at, let me bring this thing back up for you guys on this chart. Let's bring this back up on M1 Finance here. So let me show you something now. So a $10 a day deal and a $25 a day deal, spend 3 years, it's sitting at $32,000. All of these are leveraged. All of these are not. That's why it's kind of trailing a bit. But let me show you something. If you come over here, let's say you're putting money in. Let's say you're keeping it pretty damn simple, okay? So you're putting it in there, and then you say, well, I have a checking account. Okay, well, their checking account right here, where's it at? Earned. It's 5%. If yours isn't 5%, well, you're fucking up. You could get more, okay? Nobody's hiring you to get less. So if I paid you to do you, if I paid you to be an investor, if you were the fucking CEO of you in your business, in your life, most of you would have to fire yourself because you're doing a shitty job. So if you have, you're like, well, 4%'s good. Well, it's not good. If you were running fucking a major corporation and you're like, well, 4%, 4.5%, 5%, whatever. Well, you're fired. That's right, man. So you need to run you like a damn business, like you care. So we come over here to Sky. If you look on the Sky Dweller right here, watch this. If it says borrow, I could click borrow. Well, let's say your friend who can't seem to keep his money or invest. Well, if he parked it here, or you parked your savings here, or you parked your emergency here, now you have an actual emergency. Okay, you have an actual emergency. Something happened. Well, you have your emergency fund parked in, I don't know, bonds, closed-end funds. There's plenty of shit pays 10, 15% interest. Yeah, it goes up and down, guys. But the fact that it goes down allows you to increase the balance. So you have to understand that risk is, there's a difference between risk and volatility. Volatility is shit going up and down. That's not risk. Risk is when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That is risk. Okay? Volatility, Bitcoin going up and down is not risk. It's risk to all the idiots that don't know what they're doing. But if you're a trader with skills, you know what you're doing, it's called volatility and it's called opportunity. It's not called risk. So everyone that gets scared because the market goes down, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. So to them, it's risk. Opportunity. I need stage 4s in order to make money on the way up. So I sit around waiting on the pullback. So right now we're making money because we got a good pullback. And until you get that in your little pea brain, you're never going to get anywhere, man. So if we look here, so rather than have your money sitting in a fucking dresser or at your mama's house or in some stupid CD or in some other dumb thing that you have your emergency fund in, whatever it is, if you have it over here at M1 and you click this, borrow, right here, click it, borrow. So let me pull it up. The value of your investments would have to drop 69%. What do you think the chances of that? Well, remember, this is triple leverage. So divide it. We only need the market to come down about 20-something%. I'd have a margin call. That happens how many times? It's happened maybe 2 times in my fucking life. So I don't sit around worrying about shit that's never happened. You got guys with 50 fucking thousand set aside for an emergency. You've never had a 55,000 emergency. You've never known anyone in your life that had a $55,000 emergency. So you're investing and saving for some shit that'll never happen. That's called crazy. So watch. Boom. I'm in good standing, right? What can I do? You're borrowing 29% of the value of your investments. Only 29%. And on that borrowed, by the way, what's my interest rate? 7.25%. Okay, so I'm borrowing 29% of my assets at 7.25. I get to keep my assets invested. I just showed you the dividend yield is like 16%. Okay, so if I need this fucking money for the emergency, I'm not selling assets. I'm not using my cash. I'm gonna keep it invested. I'm gonna borrow it out. That's what it's for. You were going to spend it anyway. So if you're going to spend it anyway, why not keep it invested, right? And now you have control because now you don't even have to pay on the principal if you don't want now. So if you get this concept, you can begin to literally bank on yourself. So let's say you want to buy a car. You don't pay fucking car payments. You put money in here, stack it up. You go borrow it against your own assets that are making you money and pay cash for the car. And then you pay yourself back. My God, man, I get angry just talking about it because I know that's not what most of you are doing. Most of you are out here giving these fucking car companies and these fucking banks, and you're giving them money instead of taking control of your own finances. You should be banking on yourself. You should be borrowing from yourself at 7.5% or 7.25%. You don't need to borrow from them for these little amounts. There's no reason for anybody in the Money Flow gang to ever take out a fucking car payment from a bank ever. You can stack that money, collect dividends, let your fucking dividends make the car payment from the balance that you borrowed of your money. I don't know if they just don't teach this to people or everyone. It drives me crazy. So I watch people spending their own money on shit, man. You don't need to. You don't need to. You need to get sophisticated about what you're doing. And then learn and understand the different. You got to understand the percentages and the more all that. You have to understand this stuff. Yeah, for sure. Okay. This says you can withdraw up to 35%. Now, why is mine so low? Yours would probably be higher. The reason this one's so high is it's in a triple leverage fund called Sky Dweller, TQQ, triple NASDAQ, right? So so you might say, well, this feels, I don't know, Gerald, this feels scary. Feels like I don't know, man. So, okay, let's pull this up. Invest. Let me pull this up. Invest, pull up Sky Dweller. What's my return? If you're on my Instagram subscription, I'll post this. Where are we at? Invest, Sky Dweller Fund. All right, what's my 1 year return? 1 year, 63%. You can't hold triple leverage funds, Gerald. You can't hold them. Bullshit. You can too. I've been holding these for 3 years. I'm up 69%. Okay? You can hold triple leverage funds if you know what you're doing, if you have skills, if you understand. I just did a whole thing on this in Substack. You know, if you learn how to do this, you can way outperform the fucking S&P. You don't need a fucking index fund. You can become an index fund. Or just keep believing that matrix bullshit. Get in line, ask them for a day off, finance your fucking cars, take your days off, do all your other dumb shit and wonder why you're broke all the time. That's an option too. Money weighted average return year to date, 23%. Okay, the S&P is not up 23%. So this is always going to outperform the S&P. And yet somehow we are told over and over and over you can't beat the S&P. That is such nonsense. Such nonsense that people just eat up. They just suck it up and believe it. They believe it. They don't even challenge it. For 3 years, I've been running this as a public fund with triple leverage, and it beats the market. And yet there's people that still believe this shit. Drives me crazy, man. So I'm going to post a link in this video. Listen, YouTube, I'm going to post a link down there, okay? This is, M1 is not for traders. This is not a trader's app. The margin here does not work the same as your dumbass Robinhood. It doesn't work the same as E-Trade. E-Trade is a different type of margin, okay? Different. Listen to what I'm saying with a fucking capital D. Different than M1. M1 is a different. This is not a trader's platform. This is for investors. And if you ever needed that money, you could borrow it out. Or you could borrow it to buy more of the investments if your brain can handle that, which ultimately allows you to borrow more, which is a beautiful thing. And get this, you don't even have to pay the principal. You can just keep paying the fucking interest. You say, why would I do that? So I can put the money, instead of paying the damn interest, I can put the money to buy more shares, which gives me more passive, which gives me more active. Anyway, I digress. But if you have money just sitting in a bank, if you have money just sitting there, you're like, oh, this is my do-over account, this is my savings, you don't need a fucking savings. You need access to the money. So you move this to something like this. You can park it in safe shit, earning money. You never have to take it out. Whenever you need that money, you borrow it against yourself. You were going to spend it anyway. You're not taking on any extra leverage or risk. That's not what you're doing. You were already going to fucking use the money. This allows you to keep your money. So you stop spending money on stupid things like tires and other shit. You stop taking it out of your savings account. Man, I just put this Instagram thing up here. All right, YouTube, let's wrap this up. But even the small one, now you're going to have at least $2,000 in here to be able to borrow. It says withdraw up to $2,664, invest up to. All right, and so they tell you how much you have. Now watch these pie. I'm not going to get into all the pies and shit, but this is a great little app. A nice little brokerage. It gives you a different form of margin. This type of margin, boom, 2 clicks, it's in your checking account and you stay invested. Super cool. You don't have to be a trader, nothing complicated. But again, this is not a trading app like E-Trade, okay? If you're going to trade, you got to get off of these apps and you got to get onto a real brokerage like E-Trade or Charles Schwab or any of the big houses, okay? But this, I keep, thousands and thousands. I think, what is it right now I have in here? I have 32,000 invested and I have about 8,000 in this is where I keep my tax money too, man. If I owe taxes on property taxes, which I owe 50,000 a year, I park it in their 5% interest checking. That's what I do, man. And then I play this little game at the end of the year. The moment they start sending me your tax bills are due, I try to pay those tax bills out of cash flow. Now I'm saving every month, and when all my rent checks come in, all that shit comes in, or whatever we're doing in business, I have 2 different savings because I have 2 different tax bills, okay? And one's due quarterly and one's due yearly on the property. So I'm gonna owe 50, 60,000, but you can start paying them in January. So I have January to the end of February. So I'll try to knock them out without touching this. And for everyone that I can knock out, either earning or with cash flow or from whatever, I get to keep that fucking money invested. Okay. So whatever that's worth to you, man. Also, let's say you go to cash on something. You had a big win. You go to cash. Maybe it's going to be weeks or months before the market turns. You move it right over, drop it right in at 5%. Now your cash is making 5% while you're waiting to get back in, like say on the triples or whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys do well. Dig into that Sky Dweller fund. If you're in Discord with me, I'm going to post it. If you're behind the wall there on Instagram on my subscription feed, I post it often. And see how that's working. It's really been killing it, man. And I only put 25 a day in there. 25 a day. So in 3 years at 25,000. But hey, you know what? Keep your 20 out and spoon with your boys, and don't have 32,000 because you're too weak to save it or invest it. You could do that option too, or start fucking Monday. That's what you should do. Start Monday. Man up. Start Monday. I'll put a link down there. So if you're not investing, you're not collecting dividends, you could start that shit Monday. If you don't, you're just choosing not to. You can start it Monday with $10. So, come on, man. Move your savings into there. All this just having money sitting in a checking account is just terrible. It's terrible. I'd fire you. I wouldn't even hire you to manage you. I'd fire you. See yourself like that, man. You're running your own kingdom. You're running your own hedge fund. You're running your own business. And ask yourself, am I doing a good job? Am I proud of myself? And if you're not, then how about be the person you would be proud of? What man do you look up to? Be that guy. Be that guy. Be that woman. Be them right now, man. What's up? What's up, Instagram? Let me pause this video. We got this video going here on YouTube. Let me pause this. I appreciate everybody on there. Man, hit that where is it? Hit the QR code if you're struggling with your trading. I got my course there. It's on sale, man. It's like $40. Click it. Get it. Go through it. 12 videos, 52 pages. My phone number's in there. Then text me if you're not scared. And we can start making some money. Get on my trade of the week, man. We killed it with Starbucks. I think this week's pick is going to do just fine. And we're working on this weekend for the next one, man. I got a couple good ideas. We got to go back and forth. And I have people that I go back and forth with, and we iron it out till we get the one we like the best. So, like I said in the beginning, man, always remember, whatever you think about comes about. Whatever you focus on grows. So start focusing on this shit, and let's get that money up. Let me know if I can help you, man.